I'm Andy Kelleher from Main Street, Lansing, and I'm here with Mike Conway from Milty's and the Skinny Dip. Thanks for taking the time to hang out with me.
Happy to.
Tell me a little bit about Milty's.
Well, Milty's has been in operation since 1988. I have owned it for the last 13 years. Over those 13 years, seen a lot of changes, and I'm looking forward to implementing more changes over the upcoming months and years.
So are there any parts to Milty's, any offerings or services that people might not know about?
Basically, we are everything to everybody. One thing that people don't know us for is our catering. We cater funerals, weddings, family reunions, anything like that, and we can basically make a menu for any event that you have. We also have a party room that seats upwards of 100.
So tell me about this spread that we have in front of us here.
So this is a eclectic mix of what's good, what's old, what's new. We are probably about 2 weeks from starting our summer menu, which is a little bit late. Of course, it's going to be after summer starts, but I'm going to go through a couple things that will be put onto that. First would be the Chicken Oscar, and my version of Chicken Oscar is basically the same as the original. However, I use 2 jumbo shrimp instead of the imitation crab meat. We also have our bourbon glazed catfish, so that is fresh catfish loins from Mons. We put a bourbon glaze over that, and we lightly bread it and batter it and fry it. We have our homemade chicken noodle soup. That is just almost better than what Grandma makes, I'd have to say. Milty burger and our American fries. Hard to eat, but it's well worth it. The next thing would be the kids' meals. We are family friendly. Many items for families, many items for kids. We also have our chicken and fish. Those are our most popular items right there. We do a couple 2-piece, 4-piece, or you can do buckets to go. And that's another thing that's great for families is 8-piece, 12-piece, 20-piece with the sides, and you have it all right there. You don't even have to do dishes. One thing that a lot of people come here for is our homemade soup and salad bar. Every soup, every salad is made from scratch daily here by myself and my team. One other thing that we have here, we are a restaurant, bar, and lodging, of course, but we really don't showcase the bar as much. But we do have an excellent liquor and spirit menu, along with a wide variety of beer and cocktails of your choice.
And I understand that there's another restaurant out back that you
Yes,
have.
I have the Skinny Dip that's open seasonally, and that is April through October.
Awesome, let's go check that place out.
Sounds good.
So what are some of these foods in front of me here?
So these are kind of some of our most popular menu items, I should say. Chicago dog, which is basically an authentic Chicago dog. Very popular here, all beefy and a dog. A gyro, just because no one else in town has gyros, and we love to do them just because they're kind of fun. And you're in Iowa, so you have to have a pork tenderloin, of course.
It's true.
We hand patty our burgers. They're very good. Crab ragoons, mini tacos. Of course, our fries are always good. Basically, just short order items we try to focus on. Mostly the ice cream we focus on here, but we do have good food as well.
Alright, so what do you think I should start with?
I would start with the gyro. That's probably, or the Chicago dog, actually. Maybe a half and half.
Half and half.
Yep.
It's a whole lot of dog to fit in one bite.
Yes, it is.
That is not bad.
Yes, you gotta love it.
So what all's on the Chicago dog?
So Chicago dog has sweet relish, sport peppers, which those are a little bit spicy, so sometimes they catch people off base if you've never had them before.
Yeah.
Diced tomatoes, diced onions, mustard, and a special kind of thing is the celery salt on top, which just gives it a different flavors.
So what all goes into the gyro?
So a gyro is meat, lettuce, tomato, onion, and then it's on a pita bread. And the specialty is the tzatziki sauce. That's the stuff that really gives it a good flavor.
Oh, you're right. That sauce gives it a nice smoothness underneath. Big fan of that. Keep making gyros. So, what's in the crab rangoon?
So all that is imitation crab meat, bread, green onion, and cream cheese. And it's in the wonton. We are doing very soon a weekly menu that'll be the same. So Monday our special will be the same through Monday through Sunday. We started last week, we did catfish basket on Friday. So we did fresh Mississippi River catfish, hand breaded, fries, coleslaw, tartar sauce. So.
When I was a kid and my grandparents would take me to restaurants, I always just ordered these. This was my entire meal with mini tacos.
A lot of kids still do that.
Well, this has been a fantastic food. Is there any other part of the Milty's empire that you want to talk about, we should know about?
Sure. I have a 1-bedroom, 1-bath lodge above the restaurant, and we actually are going to be the only pet-friendly lodge in town.
Awesome. Let's go check it out.
Okay. Well, this is the bedroom of our lodge. It's basically a one bedroom, one bath with a nice little sitting room that has a pull-out couch. And this is Pug, of course. She's dying. We do have air conditioning in here, but she doesn't realize that. I like to offer something different in town that no one else has, which is to allow your pet to come with you while you stay somewhere.
So why did you decide to operate a business here in Lansing?
Well, I was born and raised in Lansing. Actually, my first job was here, so I really liked it. I think I liked it more back then than I do now with all the headaches, but I still like it for the most part, so.
How long have you been working, or how long have you owned Milty's?
I've owned Milty's for 13 years.
So how did that first come about, you acquiring the business?
Well, I was a food and beverage director in Kansas City, and I wanted to move back home. The previous owner had it for sale, and I'm like, okay, I want it, and we worked very hard to get me in here, and fast forward 13 years later, I'm still here.
So what's been your favorite part about working in Lansing?
Probably the community. I absolutely love the small town life that we have here. 90% of the time, I would say. We are always here for each other, take care of each other. Nightcrawlers Forever is a prime example of that. I hosted that for the first few years before it got too large, and now it's up at the banquet center. But I mean, just different things like that that we feature here in town that not a big city would ever have.
So is there anything else about the business or the community or anything that you'd want to share about?
Well, I guess what I love the most about my building is the history of it. I've often joked around about, boy, it'd be nice to start over, rebuild from scratch, but the history of this building is something that I absolutely fell in love with from the beginning. I have, all along my walls, I have pictures of what it looked like in 1888, and same roof, same stamped tin roof that you have that they were staring at in 1888.
So this has been a really long-lasting business here in Lansing.
Yes, the history of the building is another thing that I fell in love with. The people that started it out were precursors to Neiman Marcus. It was Nylander and Company, and they pretty much own the whole town. And this was like the dry goods place, the clothing store, that kind of stuff. Basically wherever you could get whatever you wanted here. And of course back then, Lansing's population, I think I heard, was 3,000 to 5,000 possibly. I could be wrong on that number, but boy, it'd be nice to have that again.
Yeah, I hear that. Well, this has been Mike Conway from Milty's and the Skinny Dip, and thanks for taking the time to show me around.
Thank you for everything that you have done through Main Street for our community. And I also want to thank everybody for watching the video here, and please check out Milty's and the Skinny Dip. There's something for everybody at both places.